Hey everybody, thank you for coming back if you're coming back, or just thank you for stopping by if you've never been here before. Before I say anything else, I have to announce that I have 2 YouTube subscribers. I was so excited when I saw those pop up. And I know one of them, but I don't know the other one. So that's pretty cool. I think it's a stranger. Anyway, so thank you. You know who you are. It was lovely. Hoping for more of that. All right, so it gets started. This week, I had no idea what I was going to talk about. And then in the last couple of days, something just materialized like it usually does. So this is about the sort of unpleasant area of apologies. I don't like giving them. I'm going to admit it right now. I hate having to be accountable. I mean, who does? Who does like that? No one. But the conversations I had were with a couple of people who, are to this day kind of still struggling with how much they've forgiven the person who did this to them, something pretty big, pretty bad. And they want to believe that they've forgiven it. And that whole expression, I just have to say in this point, forgive and forget, I don't buy into that. We don't forget things. I think forgiving is possible after a certain time, and depending on what it is and who it was that hurt us, is a huge component in how long it takes to heal from something. But the whole forget thing, no. And I don't think we should. It's a reference point. It's a learning moment. So just to throw that in there. What they had in common, the 2 conversations, was that they'd never gotten a real apology. Not a real one. Maybe a sort of, yeah, sorry, I know I shouldn't have done that, or sorry it caused all that trouble, or, I was just having a really bad day, or I was drunk, or I was just feeling kind of bitchy, or whatever. It's that sort of apology that's more about, checking that box off and being able to say, well, I took care of it, I apologized. Okay, here's the thing. I know that when I get an apology from someone, what I'm really waiting for, what I'm longing for, is to feel that they hurt me. So it's different from saying, I'm sorry that I said that to you, or I'm sorry that I did that to you. It's, I'm sorry that I hurt you. I'm sorry that I caused you pain. I'm sorry I put you on the floor in the fetal position for, 2 days crying. Whatever. That's what we're after. We want acknowledgement of having been wounded. Think about how different that energy is. I really know that I probably should apologize, because if I don't, I'll look like an asshole. To, I need to apologize to you because I caused you pain, and I know that wasn't necessary, or I went over the top, or I know I just was in a bad place that day. I didn't mean to hurt you. I mean, I guess maybe I did, but I feel so bad about that now. Can you forgive me? And that is the difference, I think, between being able to forgive someone or not forgive someone, or at least forgive someone a little more than you would otherwise, right? Because there's degrees of forgiveness. There really are. Now, the thing is that what if you have to forgive someone who will never apologize to you? I have one of those, and it's pretty recent. And it's difficult because it was pretty bad. And I think we all have something we can pull out right now. Some instance, something where you just pretty much know you're never going to hear from them. I'm really sorry I hurt you, or I shouldn't have gone that far, or whatever it is. You still want to let go of that, right? You still want to not have that residue in you of resentment and of hurt. What do you do? Here's what I have to offer you. Here's what I've learned, both from my long-term, unaddressed ouches from people and more recent ones. First of all, and this is kind of the really hard part, what was your piece in it? What is your accountability in you having been hurt? And I had to look at that. I'm like, how did I contribute to the situation getting to the point where this person reacted the way they did, said what they did what they did? How did that all unfold? How did that come about? And I was able to say, you know what? I didn't mean to trigger this human this way, to bring this about, to make them feel however it is they felt, where they really needed to strike out the way they did. But I can kind of see from the other side how that possibly could have happened. Huh, okay. And so there was some healing, there was some relief, if you will, in being accountable for however I played into co-creating the painful situation that ultimately happened. We can all pretty much trace it back. And I want to say right now, I get that this is a difference between like sociopathic behavior of people who go out into the world every day wantonly bringing people pain and destruction. That's very different. A predatory, way of going into the world is very different from just us normal people every day trying to survive and reacting to one another, and we're bouncing off of each other emotionally. Very different. That's what I'm talking about. Just everyday living and how we can hurt each other very, very badly, or even just the slights that can stay with us, right? Okay, so the other little piece that I have found helps me, besides the taking my accountability, whatever that is just the learning. I prefer to see it in a way of, what can I learn from it? What can I extract from this that's going to benefit me somehow? That's going to teach me something about my own behavior, my own reactions, and about how I'm able to take things and take them on and be constructive about it. Not be a victim, but take it in and see what I can get out of it. Lesson, yeah, but also just little nuggets of information about yourself and how you are and how you want to be. Maybe next time, this is how I'll react, or this is what I'll do or won't do. Or maybe just the kind of people that you choose to be around. I mean, there's always something to learn, with or without an apology. Because if we're really just left with the ouch and we're all on our own with it, we've got to just find a way to make it bearable in a way that it doesn't infect us. And I mean infect as well as affect, where it changes the way we trust people, and it changes the way we choose to maybe love someone, how much we choose to give of ourselves, all based on an experience that had nothing to do with this experience or this person. So anything we can do to clean our own house, if you will, to try to take care of the residual hurts that we carry, will help us go into the world more open and less prone to judge a situation that's just new and fresh in front of us, and not tying it to something in the past. That's really important, to not live that way in the past. And it kind of ties to my topic last week of letting go. Right? We do what we can to let go of places and people and things because we want to move on, because we want better experiences, a richer, more authentic life, while also letting go of pain as much as we can is just as important. But we have to be proactive in that. So yeah, that's what came up this week about forgiveness. What does it mean? And what does it take to be able to do it? Accountability for your own part. And what can you extract out of it? What did you learn? What did this person present to you, bring to you that you can use for your betterment instead of becoming bitter? You can comment a short story, a long story, I don't care. I love it when people comment and let me know that they took in what I said, or that it affected them or helped them somehow. Again, just appreciate the feedback. Have a wonderful week. Take care.